Okay, we're live, I think. Okay, we're actually not live, but we're not gonna watch all of this. Yeah. Yeah. It's like how are you born? Darkest Iceberg. Yes, good job, Tov. Just let's talk about him reaching that much subscribers. Good job, Tov. You're awesome.
Subscribers. We did it, guys. 2 million subscribers.
Yeah.
It feels like just yesterday we hit 100,000 and then 1 million, and now we're at 2 million. From the bottom of my tiny heart, thank you guys so much. You guys made this platform.
Go!
Put food. I said I was done with unsubscribe. Oh, I'm done. However, here are some profiles featuring on this tier video. But yeah, with that being said, let's get started with the topic. The tip of the iceberg, Kool-Aid Man Challenge. Featuring on this tier is the bizarre Kool-Aid Man trend that took a rather innocent advert and made it into a destructive feat. I'm talking about the series of old commercials where Kool-Aid Man would bust through a wall and be like, oh yeah! These are from back in the day and for sure carry a lot of nostalgia. It, however, looks like some took reminiscing these ads too far. Since last year in 2023, there were reports of a TikTok challenge where people would run through fences in the same manner.
Bro's busting through walls, like running through walls. What? They run through a fence. I have no idea how to explain how. Like, how? Oh my god, I'm annoyed by this. It's like, how are you gonna just run through a wall? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run through a wall. I'm gonna probably break my leg and die. Yeah, that's what it's like.
Of the challenge in action.
That's what it's like!
Video captured the vandalism.
Sorry about getting a bit ticked off there, but... If teens are doing this, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm not happy. I'm not one of those TikTok kids. I'm happy. I'm not one of those TikTok kids who's like running through walls, like like I'm the Kool-Aid Man. I'm the Kool-Aid Man. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's insanity.
It's breaking through PVC fencing while recording it. It's called the Kool-Aid Man Challenge.
I have no idea how to pronounce that. The Kool-Aid Man! Well, I might be taking this a bit too seriously, but...
Modeled after popular
Stop running through fences!
80s. Now to see this, several sections of his fence missing. When he looked at his security video, he watched teens break right through the fence.
We're believing that it's a
So you might be... Okay, sorry about that. So you're telling me you'd rather break through a damn wall than make actual content on TikTok? You'd rather do a trend where you literally commit a crime than try and start a new legal trend. Like, the Kool-Aid Man Challenge could have been trying to look like that Jesus sunburn. It's like, how are you that dumb enough to literally Just
TikTok
run
challenge.
through a
Pacific
wall.
police say the kids were
It'll
recording
sound like
themselves
this.
and that
The aftermath of it was fences looking
You'll
like
probably
this
hurt
and like
something.
this. That
You'll
second
probably
photo
hurt
was actually
yourself.
captured in Raynham, Massachusetts, and the fence belonged to Jody Viola, who initially thought the holes were the work of a bear. That was until they checked the surveillance footage and saw people running from the street and charging to their fence and just breaking it. Viola, in the interview, said 3 of them just backed up like you see in the movies and just ran into the fence like you were breaking down a door. They just threw their bodies through it. Some of the
Bro, that's literally the most idiotic crap I've seen in like years. Like how is this not a community guidelines thing? Like how would that not be against the terms of service? Like TikTok, step up your game. The terms of service.
teens
If I
doing this
worked at
trend were
TikTok
actually
and I
caught in
worked
Long
at the
Island, New
terms of
York, and
service,
they were
then I would
issued desk
never
appearance
allow it.
tickets. Interestingly,
That
among
stuff
those
is
caught, the youngest was just 12.
idiotic. Damn, I'm almost 12 years. I'm almost 13. At least when I was 12, I didn't do that stuff. I was gonna make a joke saying I was 12, but I don't want to do that. At least when I was 12, I wasn't running
Dark
through a
face filter
building!
trend. For this next one, let's go back to 2020. When this dark face filter trend had become a thing on TikTok in India, users were basically lip syncing to a popular song from back then, with the lyrics going on about a quote white-skinned girl with a quote black heart. And that song was actually used in a movie. The hero in the film finds it hard to win over this girl due to her quote black heart. Now, while the song doesn't mention a dark-skinned girl, TikTok users creatively used that audio and that filter to show them with darker pigmentation looking all sad, and then they transition with lighter skin, and then they're happy. These videos were very explicit on how most of the TikTok users behind them thought of dark.
That's literally against terms of service. I got banned off TikTok for saying middle school.
Skin
And a
people, and the trend
literal
thus quickly drew
TikTok, and
backlash
then-
for promoting
they're
colorism.
over
For
here
context,
doing
you have to
some-
remember that India has a
doing some-
huge problem with skin color, with a pretty dark history, where darker skinned people were considered quote untouchables in society. Quote, Dalit is a term used for those who were formerly known as quote untouchables, end quote. This article actually explains how they're still fighting for social justice. So I can't even begin to believe how this trend made darker skinned people
This is literally stupid. Like I'm gonna end my video. I'm gonna get to that.